All right, ahoy, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us and happy holidays to all. My name is Cindy Call. I'm one of the sales managers for Virgin Voyages. And with me, we also have Lindsay Wagner, senior sales manager, Megan Wilcox as well, another sales manager. And what we have here is a collective of you, our sailors or potential sailors, and the first mate, who those are our travel agents we affectionately call our first mates, who invited you tonight. And we're going to give you like a brief, a detailed overview of all that is Virgin Voyages and what it means to sail with us. So again, thank you for joining us. You all should be on mute. So if you could do us a favor and keep yourselves on mute as this is being recorded as well. So let's continue. And before we get the ball rolling, I always like to toot our horn, if you will, and just brag a little bit because we are making waves and earning accolades throughout the industry. And we are a very new cruise line in terms of the cruise industry, sailing for only 2 years. And we have won so many awesome awards. And one of them being the Cruise Critic Cruisers Choice Awards in 2023, where we swept the board in all categories, winning best overall cruise line, best dining, best cabins, best service, best value for the money. We also won Travel and Leisure's #1 megaship Ocean Cruise Line of 2023. And just recently, we have won the Cruise Critic Cruisers Choice, actually it's the editor's picks, in addition to Cruisers Choice, winning Resilient Lady, winning Best New Ship of 2023. We have Best Entertainment. We won Best Dining, Best for LGBTQ plus travelers, and again, Best New Ship with Resilient Lady. So these are awards that are voted on by you, the consumer, those who have sailed with us and have sailed on our ships, and our crew and all the experiences are giving everyone an epic sailing, and we're very proud of winning these awards. So thank you for that. And what makes us different from other cruise lines, and why would you want to sail with us? So first and foremost, we are exclusively adult. Amen to that. So you certainly are welcome to let your inner child loose on board, but you must be 18 plus to sail with us. We also have a very innovative restaurant concept. We have 20 plus eateries. Not one of them is a main dining room with set dining times. No formal dress codes. We don't have a buffet. We have an alternative to that. We have 6 specialty restaurants, all included as well. They're open late. There's a bar in every restaurant, and these restaurants rival those in any metropolitan city. And we're winning awards on that as well. And I know that Megan is going to tell you a lot more specifically about each of our restaurants and our eatery options. Inclusions, I have a slide coming up on that, so we'll skip this. Wellness focus. Virgin brand in general is very focused on health and wellness. And we feel that when you're sailing with us, that really is whatever that means to you. So you could be enjoying our relaxing spa, or maybe you want to ramp up your fitness routine or get back into your fitness routine. We have a wide variety of workout venues. We've got our athletic club, basketball court, we've got our running track, and just so much more. And you're able to curate your own experiences. So if you're somebody who just wants to chill out, again, maybe, relax in the spa or after the ship at our dock, listening to live acoustic music, sitting on our lovely loungers at the dock, watching the waves go by, or you could be someone who wants to shut down the manor and with the DJ at 4 o'clock in the morning. You can do that as well, and everything in between. So there's something to do for everyone. And our yacht inspired design. I like to say, think of a luxury boutique hotel on the ocean, just matched with that style and service that Virgin is known for. We promise always included luxury with simple, transparent pricing, no hidden fees at the end of your sailing. As I mentioned, all of the dining at our 20 plus eateries is included. Essential drinks, which includes still and sparkling waters, non-pressed juices, sodas are even included, tea, coffee. We include all your gratuities. Wi-Fi, we believe Wi-Fi is a basic human right. We're not going to charge you for that. That's included. All of our shows and entertainment and our group fitness classes. This is all wrapped up in your voyage fare as standard. Okay, so far I've talked about everything that is included, but one thing that isn't included, of course, is our alcoholic drinks, those specialty coffees, handcrafted coffees like your cappuccinos and your lattes, smoothies. We also have milkshakes and boozy shakes, which are amazing. So we polled sailors to find out what's important to them in terms of inclusions, high quality, high value. And we found out that the typical sailor is turned off by the more stringent or strict beverage packages of other cruise lines. So this we wanted to make it as easy as possible to sail with us. So this is how we developed the bar tab. It's our cure for the common drink package. So sailors are able to purchase bar tab in increments. Originally, we just started with a $300 increment and you get a bonus, but just very recently, as of maybe last week, we've added more tiers. So if you purchase a $300 bar tab, we're going to give you 50 on us. $200, $25 on us. $100, $10 bonus on us. So you purchase this prior to your sailing and you're getting more for your money. And really, when you purchase bar tab, this is really going to give you that all-inclusive experience, if that's something that you're looking for. And the bar tab helps us to keep our drinks reasonably priced as well. Beers are typically between $6 to $8, cocktails between 10 and 12. 42% of our wines are under $10 per glass. And the best part about this is because we include gratuities and the taxes would be included. You look at a menu with a $10 drink, that's all that's going to come off of your account is the $10 because we're not going to charge you additional for that bartender, which isn't really at your discretion. So that's the bar tab. And I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay, who's going to talk to you about our ships.
Yeah, thanks, Cindy. So our lady ships and where we are sailing. Well, we've got 3 ships currently in the water that are sailing: Scarlet Lady, Valiant Lady, and Resilient Lady. They are all sister ships, meaning that they are identical. So max sailor capacity is around 2,700 sailors. So we like to say it's a nice medium-sized ship where not too big, not too small, but slots right there in the middle. So I'm going to be talking about some of the itineraries coming up, but just, we also have a 4th ship, Brilliant Lady, that is coming soon. So stay tuned on some very exciting announcements on where we will be sailing. So Scarlet Lady herself, she is our number 1, if you will. She launched a little over 2 years ago, October 2021. Her home port is Miami, Florida, and that is where she is sailing on 4 and 5-night itineraries. So a little bit more of the shorter cruises. We've got a 5-night Riviera Maya that calls on Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, 5-night Dominican Days that calls on Puerto Plata, and a 5-night Mayan Sol that calls on Costa Maya. One of my personal favorites itineraries that we have is our 4-night Fire and Sunset Soiree that sails to Key West. I have a soft spot for Key West. I love it. So that is my personal favorite. And every single one of these Caribbean itineraries calls on the Beach Club at Bimini, which I have some pictures to show you in the next couple of slides. Next up, I've got Valiant Lady, our 2nd ship. She launched in 2022, and she is sailing on 6 and 8-night itineraries out of Miami during the winter season, calling on Roatan, Costa Maya, the Beach Club on the Western Caribbean Charm 6-night, and then on our 8-night Eastern Caribbean Antilles, we are sailing to Puerto Plata, St. Croix, San Juan, and the Beach Club, which I keep mentioning the Beach Club because that really it's the hero port on every single Caribbean itinerary when we sail out of Miami, Florida. It is Virgin's own private beach club that we have built out in the Bahamas on the island of Bimini. And it's just absolutely epic. I like to say it's the perfect blend of a day club in Las Vegas with a beach club in Ibiza. So just like the ship, there is not a separate upcharge to access the beach club. And just like on board, all of your food is included, including the Wi-Fi, so you can still stay connected here at the Beach Club. And also with the bar tab that Cindy was mentioning on the past couple of slides, carries over from the ship to the Beach Club. So it's always my recommendation is to go grab brunch at Razzle Dazzle on board the ship between like 11 to 12. And then at like 12, 12:30, make your way over to the beach club. And that is when the energy and the excitement and the music definitely picks up. So after she finishes or at least sails on her 6 and 8 night itineraries out of Miami, we've got Valiant Lady that will be sailing out of San Juan on 2 different 7-night itineraries. We've got the 7-night Sunsets and the Lesser Antilles and the 7-night Southeastern Caribbean Isles. So more of the ABC islands. So honestly, in the Caribbean, Virgin Voyages has 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-night itineraries. So something for everybody. So in the summer season, Valiant Lady spends about 4 or 5 months sailing out of Barcelona on 2 different 7-night itineraries in the Med. We've got a 7-night French Days and Ibiza Nights and a 7-night Irresistible Med. I actually had the opportunity to sail on the 7-night French Days and Ibiza Nights, where we sailed to Marseille, Cannes, Mallorca, overnight in Mallorca, overnight in Ibiza, and had the most amazing time. And that overnight in Ibiza happens on both the French Days and the Irresistible Med. So we actually pull into Ibiza at about 6 p.m. on Friday night, giving you a full 24 hours to spend in Ibiza, not leaving until about 6 or 7 p.m. on Saturday. So the opportunity to party into the wee hours of the morning, as you should whenever you stop off in Ibiza. Then we've got our 3rd ship, Resilient Lady, that just launched in May of 2023. She is sailing on 2 different 7-night itineraries out of Athens. We've got our 7-night Adriatic Sea and Greek Gems, and then our 7-night Greek Island Glow. My personal favorite is the Greek Island Glow. I went on a mini version of this back in May, but we stop off in Santorini with a late night stay. So the opportunity to indulge in that epic sunset, a full day in Rhodes, Greece, late night stay in Bodrum, Turkey, and then actually a 36-hour overnight in Mykonos. So we arrive on Friday at about 9 a.m. and do not leave until 2 p.m. on Saturday. So the perfect opportunity to immerse yourself in the culture there. And exciting news, as of last Thursday, we have brand new itineraries through summer of 2025. So you have been asking for new itineraries, and we're very excited to announce some of these just epic voyages. The new ones that will include on Resilient Lady in spring 2025, we have our repositioning sailing from Sydney back to Athens. And then in the summer, we will be sailing on a variety of 7 to 11 night sailings out of Athens, Greece. One of these I wanted to pull for you all so you could see these epic destinations, but an 11-night Istanbul, Santorini, and more. As you can see, overnight in Istanbul, as well as all the exotic ports of call that you see there on the right-hand side of your screen. And then Scarlet Lady, after she goes and finishes her dry dock, 15-night sailing from Miami to Barcelona, and then 7 to 14-night sailings from Barcelona, and some epic itineraries out of Portsmouth. This one right here, though, has my heart, which is the transatlantic repositioning sailing from Miami to Casablanca and Barcelona. So 15-night itinerary. And when I tell you that the pricing on this is incredible. So if you are interested in this voyage, highly recommend reaching out to your first mate that invited you to this webinar. They can get you more info on this one. And then we have a 13-night Portsmouth to Iceland, Scotland, and more. So this is one that many of us on the sales team are very excited about and are somehow trying to convince the powers that be to host our global sales meeting on this voyage, because it is the first time that Virgin Voyages is sailing to Scotland and Ireland, as you can see from this 13-night itinerary. Next up, we've got our 7-night Spanish and Italian hotspots on Scarlet Lady, July 6th through 13th, late night stay in Naples, as well as Marina di Carrara. And last but not least, on Scarlet Lady, are England to Iceland and Norway after she finishes her summer season, or at least wrapping up her summer season. I'm just super excited about this one. So if you're interested, again, reach out to your first mate. for these first ever ports of call, and then our Reykjavik to Amsterdam and Portsmouth in August of 2025. And we actually have an overnight in Amsterdam, which will be absolutely epic. And then last but not least, Valiant Lady Spring 2025 Caribbean sailings, 4 to 7 nights out of Miami, Florida. No matter what, you can always count on Virgin Voyages for having those shorter cruises, those 4, 5, 6, and 7 night sailings year round out of Miami, Florida. So in spring of 2025, Valiant Lady will be sailing on those. We have a new itinerary, a 5-night sunny days in Puerto Plata and Nassau, and a 7-night Grand Cayman, Costa Maya, and more. So we are having the opportunity to introduce Grand Caymans into the mix for the first time ever on the roster. And then we have a 7-night Dominican and Puerto Rican days, which is the first itinerary that will be sailing to San Juan, as well as Puerto Plata, with a full day there at the beach club at Bimini. So if you take a look at all of these itineraries that you saw there on your screen, whenever you see that little like moon icon, it denotes a late night stay. So typically on many other lines, we're pulling out at around like 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock. But no, when you sail with Virgin Voyages and you see that little icon, we actually have these late night stays, staying until about 7, 8, 9, or even 10 o'clock in the evening. So for those of you on the call that might be saying, all right, well, who is booking Virgin Voyages? Who is your ideal sailor? Well, for us, it really is a mixed group of ages, as Debbie from Trenton, New Jersey, in her testimonial. Our age range is anywhere in between the mid-30s to mid-60s. Average age that has booked with us is 49 years old. But here at Virgin Voyages, we truly believe that age is just a number. It's more about that psychographic for those of you that are young at heart, that still like to enjoy a good time on vacation. I'd like to say that Richard Branson himself is 72 years old, but he will be the first person up on the table dancing at the Manor. So take that for what it's worth, but I have a small little testimonial video which should give you a good depiction of our ideal sailor.
Want to see where I am? Look at this. Oh my!
Walking on a dream.
We made it.
How can I explain? Talking to myself.
Just traveling the world,
This is the best.
trying different drugs and girls.
Yeah, we are always
Flying
running
places
for
we never
the
been.
thrill of it, thrill of it.
I'm like, whatever sailing they're booked on, book me on. They look like they're a good time. But what I will say is that there is a small subset of people that are extremely mad and perturbed that they are not allowed to sail on Virgin Voyages. And they have a quick little message that I want to play for you all.
Virgin Voyages says we can't cruise till we're 18, which makes us shake like we had caffeine. Virgin Voyages says no kids on the ocean, so we're causing a commotion.
Adults, enjoy the cruise. We know you deserve it, but the fact we can't go is total bull.
Which is the perfect opportunity to turn it over to Cindy, who could probably recite that song word for word. Cindy, would you love to sing that for us, or?
No, I'll spare everyone, but he ain't lying. I know all the words on that, but I love it. But I love more that we were exclusively adult. Oops, how did I end up? I wanted to advance our. There we go. So, you know, being exclusively adult, we are able to create some epic experiences, and with our entertainment again, which is award winning. And I like to say that we have maybe 2 different kinds of experience on board. So we're going to have out among the sailors pop-up happenings. We've got our live bands with a wide variety of genres of music for all sorts of tastes. And we have swapped out those typical Broadway productions of other cruise lines to just bring you some more epic, immersive entertainment that we have scoured the globe literally for the best in directors and artists just to bring you some really great happenings. So again, like I mentioned, this pop-up entertainment, we've got our happenings cast because we don't have that traditional cruise director. Everyone in the happenings cast has a role to play to get you sailors enjoying every moment of your voyage with us. And then we also have the productions, the shows that are in our either our red room or the manor, and you're seeing here just a real brief overview of some of the things. And you're seeing here we even have private karaoke room, so you can sing your hearts out in our private karaoke rooms, got the groupie, and we've got some really great shows as well. You can even test your luck at our casino in our slots and table games. There's a whole lot to do throughout the entire day, and then into the evening. Here's just a few snapshots of some of the shows that we have, anywhere from comedy and magicians to more like dinner shows and such. We've got Lola's Library is what one of these is showing here as well. And then even in the manor and on most every sailing, it could be a variety depending on what sailing you're on. We'll have dance clubs. So we've got an 80s dance club. We've got We Fancy where everybody's dressed in gold. We'll even have a PJ party after Sailway the first night. So lots of different things to do, the different kinds of music to enjoy. Like I said, you could be up until 4 o'clock in the morning with the DJ if you wanted to. But you're not going to want to miss our Scarlet Night. This is celebrated on every sailing. This is the evening where all the ship and all its crew and all the sailors get decked out in red. These festivities happen throughout like a 3 or 4 hour period, again with like lots of different pop-up happenings. There's just a lot of energy and excitement in that. They take that all the way up at the end, around maybe 10:30 at night, up to the pool deck where we have the pool party. And I have seen people jumping in to the pool fully clothed. It is a rite of passage on Scarlet Night, or just wading their feet in the ankle height water is just as acceptable as well. And we don't want to give you all of the details about Scarlet Night because the mystery that surrounds that is really part of the fun. But I can tell you it's really kind of the theme is around the goddess of the sea and her sailor love. And then everything kind of revolves around that. So it's a really great time at Scarlet Night. And lastly, as far as entertainment, so many other things to do and shopping on board and all that too. But what other cruise line can say that they have a full tattoo parlor on board? We have partnered with World Renowned Squid Ink to bring some world renowned artists onto our ships and contract them. And I will say I actually got my own first tattoo on board as well. It's really amazing. So if you want to have a permanent souvenir of your experience on Virgin Voyages, you can do that. If you're not into getting inked, they do piercings as well. So you could do a piercing even if that moves you as well. Okay, turn it over to Megan. It's going to talk about our eateries.
All right, we're in the home stretch, you guys. We're so excited for you to learn more about the incredible restaurants that we have on board. We've talked about the ships, we've talked about the itineraries, we've talked about the different entertainment that we have. But one of the things that really shines on any Virgin voyage is going to be the incredible food that we have on board. We have over 20 different eateries, including 6 specialty dining restaurants. And you may be saying, Megan, specialty dining, is that going to come with an upcharge? And I'm going to tell you no upcharges on any of our specialty dining. All food is going to be included because at Virgin Voyages, we're not here to nickel and dime you. We want you to have these epic experiences and these epic voyages and eat some really fantastic food along the way. So I mentioned we have those over 20 different eateries, a number of casual and a number of specialty dining. This right here is our steak and seafood spot on board. I recently ate here just a couple of weeks ago, and to be quite honest with you, the steak is absolutely incredible. The wait staff is amazing. Our crew is incredible, and it's just delicious at the end of the day. We have no buffets on board any of our ships, which is absolutely fantastic. Food is pretty much going to be made to order, and whether you have really strict dietary restrictions or you are someone who just eats literally everything, we have got something to fit your every craving. The Wake, again, it's a more glam steak and seafood spot that we have on board. We also do brunch here as well. So you've got a couple of different opportunities to eat at the Wake. As you can see here, delicious, delicious food. You've got that Eggs Benedict there on the left-hand side, and then some incredible steak that you see featured there on the right, and then obviously some of those delicious sides. We also have the only Korean barbecue at sea, which is super fun. We have Gunbae, which is going to be very, very interactive. So for any of you who are a really severe introvert, maybe Gunbae is not the best choice for you. But our crew and our chefs are going to be really engaging with you. It is going to be like very interactive. Like I said, the chefs are going to play some drinking games with you. We've got incredible cocktails here, and everything is going to be cooked for you. That's one of my biggest bones to pick with Korean barbecues. If I'm paying somebody to serve me dinner, I want them to cook it. And so our chefs are going to do that for you. And Gunbae is absolutely incredible. And I have never heard a bad review about Gunbae ever. So as you can see, just some more photos there of what it would be like if you're sailing solo, or, you know, maybe in just you and one other traveling companion. Just know you will get sat with other sailors, but that honestly just contributes to the fun and the overall experience of Gunbae as well. As you can see, lots of different things for you to experience and enjoy at this incredible Korean barbecue spot. Now, for those of you who may like to eat maybe on the more veggie forward side of things, or maybe you're not really a meat lover at heart, we have our incredible Razzle Dazzle restaurant. So Razzle Dazzle also does a brunch as well, but this is going to be great for those of you that maybe are vegetarian or vegan, or you just need to get some veggies in your life while you're on board the ship. Everything is fresh and extremely delicious. But for those carnivores out there, don't worry. We have a naughty menu that's got some meat options for you. But at Razzle Dazzle, you can also do a bottomless mimosa brunch for about $25 a person as well. Razzle Dazzle is one of my favorite restaurants just in terms of overall decor. It's absolutely stunning. And the Red Bar does some fantastic cocktails. Literally just Google a popcorn old fashioned and you will see what I mean. But Razzle Dazzle is definitely not to be missed. See, there's that decor there that I was talking about, just very, very striking, very, very beautiful, and gives you a really fantastic experience at the end of the day. So lots of delicious food to be had here. And then for those of you that are a little bit more adventurous, or that self-proclaimed foodie like myself, we have our incredible test kitchen, which is going to be a 6-course tasting menu where you only get to know one ingredient out of each of those courses. And then our chefs will bring you these beautifully plated, very experiential and immersive plates of food, so you can really experience those individual courses. We also do a beer, wine, or cocktail pairing with this menu as well. But menu will change a little bit as the seasons kind of come and go. So if you've sailed with us before, we have lots of options to try the delicious things and try something new at the end of the day as well. And another great thing about all of our dining facilities is that it's going to be the same ship to ship. So though entertainment varies on our ships depending upon where they're sailing in the world, dining is always going to be the same, which is great. So if you find some of those favorites, maybe that's at Razzle Dazzle or Extra Virgin, like I'm going to talk about now, you can eat them time and time again when you're on all of our ships, which is fantastic. Extra Virgin is going to be our Italian spot on board. It is one of my all-time favorite restaurants on board our beautiful lady ships, starting with that charcuterie board that you see featured there and ending with our tableside affogato dessert cart. There is not a single miss on the Extra Virgin menu. Extra Virgin also does some incredible cocktails, and it's just a really fun environment. You get to try some really, really delicious pastas. That carbonara there on the left-hand side is one of my personal faves, and you just can't go wrong with that affogato dessert cart at the end of the day. We also have Pink Agave, which is our upscale Mexican restaurant. We've won awards for this particular specialty dining. What you see featured there is our incredible guacamole. I could eat it all day long, but it's fantastic. We have a fantastic tequila menu at Pink Agave. And Pink Agave will also do what's called Pink Agave After Dark, which is kind of more vibey, more fun, and just lots of great tunes, some great drinks, and also some small plates as well. So you don't want to miss that. But as you can see here, just incredible, incredible desserts, incredible entrees, and also some sides as well. Pink agave is also one of my favorites, but you know what? I love every single one of our specialty dining restaurants. If you want to kind of take things a little bit more casual, you can with one of our other more casual eateries. So we have here the Dock House, which again is one of my favorites as well, mostly because of the serene atmosphere that it provides. We do some fantastic skewers. There's a mezza cart here. You can get some great cocktails. It's one of my favorite places to go for sail away. And this last year in the Mediterranean, we had what was called Opa Hour, which there were some special bites and some drinks as well during Opa Hour. But it's just something that is really, really serene and enjoyable, and kind of leads out to the dock, which is at the aft of the ship, where you have these beautiful outdoor venue for you to just kind of soak up some rays. And then if you want to kind of have a little bit more of a casual option where you really can just, pick and choose to your heart's content, we have the galley. So the galley is going to be the most akin to those other options that you see on other cruise lines. However, like I said, no buffets on board any Virgin Voyages vessel. We have a wide variety of different options at the galley. It essentially acts as a bunch of little pop-up restaurants in one space. So as you can see here, we've got Bento Baby, which does fantastic sushi rolls. We have Well Bread, which is going to be fresh baked breads daily. Let's Talk About It does some fantastic pork carnitas tacos, the daily mix for those of you who want to get their greens in and get a nice and delicious salad. We've got our panini spot called Hot Off the Press, Diner and Dash, which is open 24 hours. So if you want to get breakfast at midnight, you are more than welcome to do so. We have Noodle Around for some great ramen, our burger bar, which you can also get an Impossible burger there as well. And then coming to the pizza place. Now, the pizza place holds a very near and dear spot in my heart. I am constantly eating at the pizza place whenever I'm on board. It is going to be open late, so it is poppin' at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning for those late night bites before you head to bed. But the pizza place is going to do made to order pizzas. We have a set menu, but you can honestly customize it as you wish. My favorite one here for those of you that are about to get on board or going to get on board in 2024 is our Pretty Fly for a white pie. But you got to add some pepperoni to it to give it a little extra kick. But the pizza place is absolutely incredible. You can take those pizzas to go or eat them there. And then we have our iconic ice cream shop on board. These ice creams are made fresh throughout the voyage. We have a rotating flavor selection as well as a rotating cone selection. For those of you that are gluten-free, don't worry, we've got you a gluten-free cone if you want to eat it. We also have dairy-free and vegan options, and I believe a sugar-free option as well for our ice creams. Absolutely divine, and it is called Lick Me Till I Scream. So we like to be a little cheeky at Virgin Voyages, and you've got some iconic Instagram-worthy moments there for all those little social media butterflies in the audience tonight. Moving on to our cabins and where you're going to rest your weary head at the end of a long day of relaxing. We have got something for everyone, but I'm going to give you some tips as we kind of move through some of these as it pertains to the offer that we're going to talk about in just a moment. So we're perfect for a lot of solo travelers. For those of you who maybe love your friends but hate traveling with them, or maybe you just want to visit someplace that your traveling companion doesn't want to visit, we're a great option for solo travelers. And on every single one of our ships, we have 46 solo cabins, 6 solo sea views, and 40 solo insiders. So don't worry, you've got options there. But we also have our traditional insider, our traditional sea view, and then our sea terrace, which this is one of my all-time favorite cabins because it is our balcony cabin. And what makes our balcony cabin so much more special than other cruise lines is that iconic red hammock that you see there in that bottom left photo. Nothing is better than curling up in a blanket and wiggling yourself into that hammock and just relaxing and maybe taking a little nap as the ship just kind of sways you and lulls you to sleep. It's great any time of day, truthfully. And our cabins are very well appointed. We tried to kind of think of those little small touches that really make a big difference overall throughout your voyage. Even if it's maybe not something that you really think about, we wanted to do the thinking for you. And so we have carafes of water in every single stateroom. I'm someone who is a camel and I like to drink a ton of water. And so I love knowing that I'm always going to have a fresh carafe of water in my stateroom pretty much at all times. We We also feature in-room mini fridges. So the galley does grab and go option. So if you want to take some snacks for later, you can definitely put them in those mini fridges. If you decide to bring a bottle of wine on board, you can put that in there as well. And then we also feature a roomy rain shower in the bathroom. I just think it's a more luxurious way to travel. And so I love that we offer that. But my personal recommendation as a bare minimum is going to be the sea terrace. And I'll tell you why in just a few more slides, but definitely kind of keep it in mind. When you have a balcony cabin, you pretty much will have your room just honestly welcome you when you open that door. The blackout curtains are going to part and you really feel like you are the star of your own movie, and it is absolutely incredible and just a fantastic way to travel. But for those of you who are looking for something a little bit more elevated, or you want to live the life of luxury, we have our incredible Rockstar Suites. We have 2 classes of Rockstar Suite on board each of our ships. We have our standard Rockstars, which there are 4 different subcategories. And then also our mega rock stars, which again, there are 4 subcategories there as well. We have 78 suites on board each and every one of our ships, and they are going to range in terms of size, anywhere from about 350 square feet upwards of over 2,100, which I never thought that there would ever be a mega suite that would be that big. And we have our massive suite in our mega rock star category. But why you would want to sail the Rockstar way is because you're going to get some extra perks that a standard sailor is not going to have access to, such as Richard's Rooftop, which is a Rockstar only area on board our ships. And for those of you who are sailing in the Caribbean and making a stop at Bimini in the Bahamas, our beach club also has a private Rockstar area as well. You're also going to have a curated in-room bar, which the first round is going to be on us as a Rockstar sailor. And then you're also going to get priority access to dining reservations as well as booking shore excursions. And if you truly want to live the life of luxury, and I have been in these cabins and they're absolutely incredible, you want to go the mega Rockstar way. We've got that massive suite, which is over 2,100 square feet, which is more than double the size of my first apartment, which is crazy. And then we also have that gorgeous fab and posh suite. And the differences between our mega Rockstars and our regular Rockstar suites is going to be some additional perks. So you get a daily bar tab allowance. So your drinks are going to be taken care of. You get access to our redemption spa, the thermal suite and the redemption spa, which is great. Take advantage of those salt and steam rooms, the plunge pools, all of that stuff. You're going to get a private transfer to the terminal, which is great. Incredible Rockstar agents to help you with everything you could possibly need pre and during your voyage, as well as a bottomless in-room bar and premium Wi-Fi. So we definitely have a cabin for everyone, depending upon what your price point and travel style is going to be.
Come on, chameleon. Come and go, you come and go. Loving will be easy because you like my dream. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green.
All right, so hopefully that has all whet your appetite and has gotten you excited about setting sail with Virgin Voyages. And so now I want to talk about why you want to book with us, because we have some incredible offers for you. So wave season, which is the biggest time of year for the cruising industry, is officially here with Virgin Voyages. We wanted you sailors to get in on the action early, and so we have launched our offer couple of days ago, actually, on the 14th, whereas everyone else is going to be launching it in January. So you are on the upswing here with Virgin Voyages. And so our wave offer is going to be incredible, and it's going to be one of our best offers of the year. So we definitely want to make sure that you guys get on it, whether you are wanting to sail through the end of this year for those last minute travelers, or that you have your eye on a voyage in 2024, or you're really that planner who wants to take advantage of one of those incredible new itineraries for 2025. And so our offer right now through the end of January is going to be 70% off of the second sailor and up to $600 in free drinks, depending upon the length of your voyage. Now, I mentioned earlier why you want to go with a minimum of the sea terrace, and that is going to be because because those free drinks are only able to be added to Sea Terrace and Rockstar Suite bookings. So you want to make sure that you're sailing in a minimum of a Sea Terrace so you can take advantage of that $100, $200, $300, or $600 in free drinks. And honestly, your voyage is just going to be that much better when you have a little bit more space than those insider cabins. But if you need an insider cabin, no worries. We are going to throw some onboard credit your way. So once again, thank you so much to all of our incredible travel advisors who we call First Mates here at Virgin Voyages, who have invited all of you sailors to learn more about who we are at Virgin Voyages, where we're sailing, and why we're different from the rest. And so for those of you who decide to book within the next bit of time here, if you book by December 29th, you are going to get some onboard credit. Now, again, I don't care if you're sailing next year or into 2025. This is a really lucrative offer for you to get those vacations booked by the end of the year. So for those of you who decide that you want to book a insider or that sea view cabin, you're going to get that buy one, get 70% off of your second sailor and $50 in onboard credit for your cabin. And for those of you who are going to be booking that Sea Terrace balcony cabin, you're going to get that 70% off the second sailor, as well as the free bar tab and $100 in onboard credit for your cabin. So really increasing that purchasing power and that overall value for your voyage so that you can have an epic vacation. And then for those of you who want to live the Rockstar life, we're going to kick in $200 in onboard credit for those of you that book a Rockstar or a Mega Rockstar suite. So we definitely wanted to work with you guys and really kind of help you plan for those incredible vacations and really learn what it's like to set sail the Virgin way. And so we hope that all of you are so excited to book your next Virgin voyage with us, whether that is in 2024 or 2025. We cannot wait to have you all on board with us soon. And so we've got a little poll here for you. And if you have sailed with us, we're excited that you have, and we want you to come back. And if you haven't sailed with us, let's get you on board. Reach out to your travel advisor, and they're going to help you find the perfect itinerary for you and help you navigate those bookings. And like I said, get you that extra onboard credit that I just talked about. Wow, there's a good chunk of you who haven't been on board.
I think we almost strong-armed them into saying that they are going to sail and book after today's webinar.
That's what we like to hear.
Awesome. And there we have it, folks. Tonight's webinar, Sailor Night. Please reach out to your travel advisor, book by December 29th to receive that extra onboard credit. They are the way to get some more drinks on board and some free retail or spa or whatever your heart's desire whenever you sail with Virgin. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But on behalf of Virgin Voyages and the sales crew here, happy holidays. Have a fantastic night, and we cannot wait to see you on board very, very soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Cheers.